was worried you weren't ever going to wake up. What happened? You don't remember. I guess you were hit pretty hard. Well, we were stationed here in this hive city when demons started popping out from everywhere. We tried to take cover, and a really big red guy just kind of bonked you, bop, right on the head. Well, yeah, it was a bit more aggressive than that, but you know, just trying to keep your spirits up. Oh, did we win? Oh, no, definitely not. Yeah, sorry to tell you, but the demons spread way too fast throughout the city, and apparently the Dark Angels were nearby and decided it was too much of a hassle, and orbitally bombarded the planet till, well, everything died. Yep, full-on exterminatus. A lot of us were still alive too, but, you know, they throw away guardsmen like it's funny. So, how are we alive? That's a good question. How do I put this? We've known each other for a while, right? Yeah, we're close. We like each other and are able to forgive each other if one of us, say, terribly betrays the trust of the other. Like, say if one of us was a demon in disguise this whole time and never told the other person. Whoa, hey, no. Oh, golly, I knew you would react like this. Listen, hey, stop squirming. I saved you. After that bloodletter cracked you open like an egg, I grabbed you and took you here. Where is here? Well, please don't freak out more. We're in the warp. Wait, seriously, no, stop, you're okay. Well, for now, I'm the only thing keeping your mind from becoming a puddle of ooze and leaking out your ears. So can you calm down and just listen to me? Just be calm. Shh. It's okay. There. Hey, oh my Sinch, are you praying to that corpse emperor? Oh, you are lucky. I find you cute and endearing. I saved you. Not the emperor, not your dumbass imperium. In fact, they were more than happy to blow you and the entire planet to smithereens. Isn't that wild? Okay, listen. I know you still have this simply crazy dedication to that dude on a throne, but listen, you're going to have to expand your horizons a bit. What do I mean? Well, so the place you are in currently is my little bubble in the warp, right? And that kinda took a lot of energy. And I don't have a way back to the materium quite yet. Yes, that means you're stuck here, but hold on. All hope is not yet lost. I should rephrase. Any hope you had of returning to your precious imperium as a mortal is definitely lost. Yes, I know that's a tough pill to swallow, but now you can begin your new life, an immortal one. You can become a demon like me. Well, yeah, perhaps not exactly like me. I am pretty awesome. Well, hey, I didn't want to give you unreasonable expectations. Hey, no. Please don't cry. Oh, gosh. How do I handle this? Please stop. It's not that bad. I promise. Oh, man, I really don't want to rush you, but I can't keep up this bubble forever. And just as a reminder, once the bubble drops, you won't get a choice like I'm giving you. your mind will just implode, and some random demon will probably come by and tear it to shreds for good measure. And that's if you're lucky. You don't want that, and I don't want that. Yeah, see, there you go. There's my cute, strong little guardsman. You were trained for this, right? Well, not exactly this, but you know, coping with dread just generally. Why am I helping you? Oh, come on. That time we spent together was real, and I kinda grew attached to you. I mean, you're cute, funny, and your optimism in this terrible galaxy was really quite endearing. So listen, we gotta lock in now, okay? I think the best thing for you to do is pick which chaos god you want to be a demon for, who you want to serve for the rest of your mortal life. Why do you have to pick one? Well, going undivided is certainly an option, but you kinda have to be quite the badass to not just get, well, immediately torn apart. Yeah, when you serve a particular god, you at least have a modicum of safety and security. Which god do I serve? Listen, I don't want to sway you one way or another, and I worry that if I told you, you would just pick that one. Trust me, you'll be better off if you actually pick one that you kinda vibe with. So, are you ready to hear about 'em? Yay! So, first off, we'll start with corn. If you remember that red demon I was talking about, the one that broke every bone in your body, that's a corn demon. Corn is the chaos god of war, violence, dueling, blood, rage, hatred, but also honor. Corn can kinda be a homie, honestly. So if you're worried about being cheated or backstabbed, you don't have to with Corn. You have already done a lot of things Corn would like. You have fought in many, many battles and killed quite a lot of things. Not to mention you died in the heat of battle. That's certainly a plus. If you've ever heard the whole blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, well, that's Corn. You certainly won't be bored with Corn, as when you aren't tearing holes in the fabric of reality and slaughtering people in the materium, you will be constantly fighting with other Corn demons in his realm. Don't worry though, when you inevitably get torn apart, Corn will just bring you back so you can keep fighting. So if that all sounds appealing to you, perhaps Corn is your guy. Next up is Tzeentch, the changer of ways. Tzeentch, as the name implies, is the chaos god of change, espionage, fate, knowledge, sorcery, trickery, and ambition. If you've ever felt a pull towards a certain decision or felt like some divine force was striving you in a certain way, that probably was not your Carrion Emperor, but Tzeentch. Tzeentch is said to see all the strings of fate and can manipulate them according to his whims. His actions are often indecipherable, but are said to all fit his grand design. If you've ever seen a Psyker summon fire and burn some Xenos to a crisp and thought, man, I wish I could do that, Tzeentch might be your mans. Fair warning, though, there is a good chance you will be horribly manipulated and maybe even mutated forever. I have heard of demons being turned into books, driven mad eternally. Oh, and poor Kairos was cursed with two heads, one that sees the past and the other the future. But he cannot see the present. Like, wow, am I right? But still, if you crave knowledge above all else, and or think magic is pretty sick, then pick Zinch. Oh, how about Grandfather Nurgle, the plague god? He is the chaos god of rot, decay, disease, death, and rebirth. I know a lot of that sounds a little gross, but it might be a sweeter deal than you think. Well, yes, you will indeed be a vessel for untold horrible plagues that ravage your body just as much as your foes. Nurgle will ensure you are absolutely loving it. You will grow to love the festering wounds that cover your body and the blot flies that burrow into your flesh. You probably won't feel pain ever again, which is something for sure. Another big thing is that Nurgle actually kinda cares about you. If you join Nurgle, you'll be part of the family, as it were. I've heard Nurgle's children sing silly songs about pus and decaying bodies, and they certainly seem to be joyful about it. However, don't be fooled. The Plague Father is not entirely chill. If you get on his bad side, oh boy. Let's just say he does have quite the sadistic side. So if you choose him, I would heavily recommend staying in his good graces. And now finally we have the Prince of Pleasure, Slanesh. As this honorific implies, Slanesh is the god of pleasure, yes, but also pain, excess, hedonism, decadence, perfection, and pride. If you enjoy the finer things in life, perhaps Slanesh is your they/them slaying queen. Slanesh is all about dialing up every experience to 100. Sex and lust are quite a big part of the appeal, I would say. However, don't let that lure you in before you know Slanesh's other choice. Pain is a great lover, according to She Who Thirsts. You'd better be okay with dishing out pain, but also really like experiencing it. Your days will probably be filled with a phantasmagoria of drugs, hardcore BDSM, torture, and entertainment. Beyond that, followers of Slanesh also seek perfection and self-improvement. Perfection in this context can kind of be whatever you want it to be, though. So if that sexy and painful life appeals to you, go with Slanesh. So that's all of them. How are you feeling? Leaning a certain way? All of them sound terrible. Well, okay, sure, but you got to pick one. Really? Are you sure? There's no take-backs. Once you make your decision, that's your whole immortal life. Alright. Say no more. Let's do it then. This might hurt a bit.